Okay, so we are picking up where we left off yesterday on in our poetry. We are working to gather poems for this book that we're going to be publishing and finishing up next week. And so we're going to specifically look today at, we've talked about form, talked about stanzas, we've talked about words being placed in certain unusual ways, we talked about shapes. Today we're going to talk about things that move and make noises or make sounds. All right, so I want you to kind of have that in the back of your head when we start this today. All right, so we've also, as we talk about things that move and make sounds, we've talked about sensory details. Somebody tell me what I mean by sensory details, Jolie.
What someone feels, smells, hears, or thinks.
Why are sensory details good in our writing, in our like our personal narratives and our poems, Carly?
So people can visually see what you're writing.
They can see what you're writing. What else? What else? Yes.
They can feel what you're feeling.
They can feel what you're feeling. Yes.
They understand the emotion better.
They understand the emotion better. Absolutely. Yes, Shelby.
They can hear it.
They can hear it. They can hear it. Very good. All right, so I want you right now in your writing notebooks, kind of flip through some of the pieces that you have written over the last week. And I want you to pull an interesting sensory detail from something that you have written that you would like to share. I'm just going to give everybody a second to look, and then I'll call on about 4 or 5. Okay, one great sensory detail, one that was just packed. All right, Damien.
It would flow like a butterfly and catch your mind.
It would do one more time. Say that again.
It would flow like a butterfly and catch your mind.
It would flow like a butterfly and trap your mind. Ooh, okay. Yes, Brinley.
The sun burning my body.
The sun burning my body. Shelby.
Crackling sparks.
Crackling sparks. Oh, wow. Yes, Carly. Did you lose it? Okay, all right, keep looking. Okay, Ella.
Soaring through my toes.
Soaring through your toes.
Soars.
Oh, okay, very good. I'm so sorry. Okay, that would be very interesting too, to have something soaring through your toes. That would be interesting. All right, Jolie.
The sand scrubs my feet.
The sand scrubs your feet. Yes, Grayson.
Shining bright every evening.
Shining bright every evening. Very good, very good. Which ones really just kind of stood out in your mind as strong images or feelings? Which ones? What?
The one Damien said.
The one Damien said. Damien, read it one more time.
It flows like a butterfly and traps your mind.
It flows like a butterfly and traps your mind. Grayson, give me.
Shelby's and Joey's.
Yes. Okay, now what was it about Shelby's?
Like she gave up how it looks, like the sparks.
Sparks. And also was it crackles?
Crackling.
Crackling. That's a sound. That's like an onomatopoeia word, isn't it? Because that's a sound we hear. Yes, Shelby. Brinley's. Very good. The sun burning your body. We know how sunburn feels. Yes. All right. Okay. All right. Now, yesterday we talked a little bit about what poems look like. When you look through your poems, do your poems have different looks based on what you've written? What does the look of a poem help you do as a reader? Yes. Hooks you in. I like that. Or helps you understand what the poem is going to be about. Yes.
Or what type of poem it is?
Oh, or what type of poem. Absolutely, absolutely. All right, well today we are going to look at the poem called Windshield Wiper, and you have that on your poetry sheet. All right. So the first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to read it to you. I'm not going to make you close your eyes today, though, because I want you to see what the words do as we read them. Okay? Earlier this week and last week I had you close your eyes, but today I want you to watch. This one too is set up a little differently, and you might at first look at it and think, how do I read this? How many of you thought that?
Do you go like this?
Exactly. That's why I want you to have your eyes open when we read this together. Okay, so I'm going to read it the first time, and then you're going to read it with me out loud, okay? All right, and so this poem is called Windshield Wiper by Eve Merriam. Fog, smog, tissue paper, clear the blear, fog more, splat, downpour, rubber scraper, overshoes, Macintosh, bumbleshoot, muddle on, slosh through, drying up, sky lighter, nearly clear, clearing, veer, clear, here, clear.
I'm thinking you're going to read it like this.
Yeah.
That's what I thought.
You what?
I thought like this.
Okay, all right, let's try it together. Hold on just a sec. Let's try it together, then I'll let you ask your question, okay? All right, ready? Windshield Wiper by Eve Merriam. Fog, smog, tissue paper, clear the blear, clear the smear, fog more, splat, downpour, rubber scraper, overshoes, Macintosh, bumbershoot, muddle on, slosh through, drying up, sky lighter, nearly clear, clearing, veer, clear, here, clear.
That's kind of tongue twisting.
It is kind of tongue twisting. Yes, Ella.
Where it says skylighter, does that mean like the sun's drying it up?
Okay. All right. I like the way you're thinking. All right. So Nick, go ahead. Ask your question.
Is it going to like one of those like I can't remember what they're called. It's like is it one of those washing places that you pick and you drive through it?
Oh, like a car wash.
Tidal wave?
Like tidal wave car wash?
Yeah.
I don't know. What do you think?
Because then it says drying up skylighter, and I think of that as like you coming out and you see the sky.
And also, rubber scraper. Fogs, or the rubber scraper could be the.
Well, see, the thing it says down in
But the fog sometimes could be like the cell towers.
where it says drying up, like the sun takes it.
Okay, I want you to hold on. I want you right now to turn to your partner. I want you to talk about what you notice in this poem with your partner. Okay, wait. One more thing. I want you to talk about what you notice. And I want you to think about how the words placed on the poem, their form, how the way that they're placed, make this poem different and make you very intentional when you read it. Okay? All right, turn and discuss.
What about
Macintosh. What? Okay, who knows what a Macintosh is? Okay. Okay. All right. Good. All right. What? Who knows what a Macintosh is? It's a raincoat. All right. Who knows what a bumbershoot is?
umbrella?
It's an umbrella. It's an umbrella. Okay, so I want to tell you something. In my journal, where I keep all of my really cool words, this is actually a cool word that I have had in my book for a while, just because I love the way it sounds. Bumbershoot. That sounds so much cooler than umbrella. Bumbershoot. Grab your bumbershoots, people.
I wish it was like more or less syllables so it could be used in haiku. But it's the same syllable.
Bumbershoot. 3. Umbrella. Yes. Okay, so yeah, because Connor is our haiku king, right? All right. Okay, so did you finish discussing with your partner what you observed? Did everybody get a turn?
Yes.
Everybody? Good. Thank you for being. But did you get a turn? Did you get? You didn't? Okay, I'm going to give you 1 more minute so that you can finish your discussion. Uh-huh. I think it All right. Okay. All right. All right. So, share with me a couple of things that you and your partner noticed about the poem. Addie.
That like everything describes the same thing. Like it all describes rain.
Okay. All right. All right. So you think it's describing rain? All right. Let's see. Somebody I have not called today. Hey, Trey, what did you and Noah notice today?
Well, it's using 2 of the same words and then using 2 different words like that.
Wait. Okay, that was new.
Yeah.
It's using 2. It's
Fog, smog, tissue paper, but then it goes a clear smear. So it does. So it can do that. It can go like one thing can be the same, and then one thing can be different.
Okay,
Like,
that is point on. Okay, if you look at this poem, take a minute, look at this poem. It uses something called repetition. It uses something called repetition. Some poems repeat words or phrases to create sound. Look at the poem. Fog, smog. Fog, smog. I mean, it's what do windshield wipers sound like? Yeah. Okay. Now say the you don't think so? You don't think it has? My windshield wipers make a sound. What? Read those first 3 lines to yourself. Do you see?
Oh, it clears the smear of the rain.
Okay.
If you turn on the water that comes out, it smears it.
Okay. All right. So what I'm hearing. Okay, I have someone like Connor is really looking at the words and what the words mean. But then I'm having Trey and Grayson who are talking honestly about the repetition and the rhythm of the words, aren't you? Because the rhythm, that repetition, the rhythm is what's giving you the sensation of what? Yeah, you're right. You're right. How cool is that? How cool is that? All right, now, so I also want you to look for just a minute at sensory details in this poem. Look at sensory details. Raise your hand when you think you have found a sensory detail that you can share with us. Shelby.
Splat.
Splat, splat. Okay, talk to me about that. Oh, that rhymes. Talk to me about splat, splat. What kind of sensory detail is that? It rhymed again.
Can you slow this up a little bit?
Yes, you can. You can kind of hear it. So splat, splat, that would definitely be something you would hear. Grayson?
Clearly smeared. I can see that. Like windshield wipers clearly smeared in the ring.
Have your parents ever gotten frustrated when the windshield wipers are smearing instead of clearing? Uh-huh, uh-huh. Huh?
I didn't know that much in there because it just annoys me to see.
It misses a part.
Like, it annoys me to see that part of it.
Yeah.
It's like a triangle.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Please.
Okay, now I want you to think. Okay, I want you to think about windshield wipers because windshield wipers, Carly was just doing it. She was, okay, they move and then what else? They make a sound. They make a sound. All right, what I want us to do right now, I want us to brainstorm some other things that move and make sounds. Okay, think about things that move and make sounds. Things that move and make sounds. I want you just to think. Think before you raise your hand. Take a minute. Take a minute. I want you to think. Nick? Humans. Okay. All right. Let's think about things that may not be living. Maybe I should have been more specific. Trey?
Cars.
Cars. Cars move and make sounds. Tyler?
Rubber boots.
Rubber boots. Okay, talk to me about rubber boots, Tyler.
When you're wearing it and you're like walking around, it kind of makes the sound.
It kind of makes a sound. What kind of sound does it make?
Like a slap.
Like a splat or a squishy sound? Uh-huh. Johnson?
A dog toy.
A dog toy. Okay, all right. You know what? We have a couple of ideas right now. Open your writing journals. Open your writing journals to your next clean page. I want you to take about 5 minutes and to write, you can add these. I want you to come up with some other items that move and make sounds. Move. No, let's do this at the front with our poems because you're going to work with these. Humans, cars, rubber boots, dog toys, things that move and make sounds. Things that move and make sounds. You just pulled a tooth. Oh my word. Okay. All right. Okay. I'm gonna put it in a Ziploc bag. Is your mouth bleeding? A little bit? Okay. I'm going to put it in a Ziploc bag. Why don't you go get you some water? Well, how exciting was that? Thank you, baby. Uh-huh.
Is that considered like moving? Because fire has spreads and
Wait.
Makes a crackling noise.
So, does fire move?
Yes.
Does it make a sound?
Yes.
Could you add that?
Yes.
All right. There you go. That's great. That's great.
Because it looks like it's like.
Yes. All right. Yes, Shelby.
I did a poem about fire earlier.
You wrote a poem about fire earlier. Did you employ some sensory details in it?
The one where I
Good.
got crackling.
Fabulous. All right, let's keep working quietly for a few minutes. Sometimes we need. Carly's saying I need some quiet to get some ideas. Okay. loving though? Okay, listen, do you know what I'm loving? I'm loving that you are thinking about ordinary things that you've probably not given any thought to in a long time. But now, you're thinking about wind.
When it goes through like trees, it like makes a noise.
Yes. Yes. Okay, do you remember the other day when I was showing you the video of my son Josh's, the blizzard in Denver, and how he was, that's what you, because from his balcony,
You could hear it.
you could hear the wind in the blizzard, couldn't you?
From inside.
From inside, yes.
That was some serious wind.
That's some serious wind.
You could
Yes.
see it.
I read about a windy day and how it was.
You did, so that was a great sensory detail. So Connor did too.
I was thinking it would
snow
snow
when
when
you
step on snow.
Snow, okay.
I had another
All right.
weird thing.
What?
A clock moves and it makes noises.
That's
and
what I
it's
put
so
too.
loud.
I put that too.
I put a book.
that too.
Like a book, you move book pages and they like crank.
Okay, what, that's another reason why we love paper pages, right? Yes, okay, all right, so let's come back for just a second. Let's come back because I can tell, I can tell there's an excitement you're thinking, and I want to give you more time. Are you okay? Okay, here's your tooth, sweetheart. Here's your tooth. Do me a favor, put it in your backpack, okay? Put it in a pocket, a zippered pocket. Okay, all right, hold on just a sec. Hold on just a sec. Damien's just busting to share. All right, this is what I want you to do. You're going to go back to your desk. And today, I want you to think. I want you to brainstorm. I want you to brain dump ideas from what we've talked about today. I want you to write a poem about something that moves and makes sounds. Now, as you're getting ready to do that, let's just review what we've talked about with poems. We know that in poems we use sensory details. We know that poems can be, Cohen, can you have a seat? There you go. We know that poems can be about anything. The wind, elements. We know we can use personification, right, with the objects, so that we have a sense that they are almost living and breathing. We know that some poems rhyme and some poems don't. Hallelujah, right? We know that we can use onomatopoeia like Kwame Alexander's poems. We know that we talk about form. Think about what we've learned about form. Somebody told me that form does what? Can show you what type of poem it is, but what does it do? It pulls you in. That's right. Some have stanzas. Some have the same number of lines in each stanza. Some just have words placed in unusual ways. Poems can have shape to them to help the reader understand what it's about. This is what we talked about today. Some poems repeat words or phrases to create sound, like the sound of the windshield wiper. Also, and we will talk about this, sometimes we see a repetition in the beginning sounds. We call that alliteration, which is what we saw a little bit of today. But today, what we want to focus on is moving, things that move and make sounds. Repetition, remember, repetition, okay? All right, so I want you to move back to your desk. We're going to use this time for free write. I'm going to walk around and I'm going to ask you some questions about what I want you to show off for me. When I walk around, I want you to show off what you're working on. Yes. Could a vacuum cleaner be one?
Yes.
Yes.
Does it make sound?
You did a zipper. Yes, you can move it and it makes sounds. Very good. A zipper, a zip-up jack. See, you haven't thought about that before, have you? All right, yes, I'm walking. I want you to start working. Is that yours? Okay, somebody's poem. Addison, do you have your poem?
There's 2 of them.
I think this is yours. I think this is yours. All right. Okay. I'm gonna take 5 minutes, and I'm gonna sit and I'm gonna write. So remember, when I'm writing, that don't come up because I need my writing time too. So I'm gonna write for 5 minutes. I'm gonna jot down some ideas, and then I'm gonna come around and talk to
So
you.
we just do ideas right now?
Huh?
We just do ideas right now?
I think you've got enough ideas. I think you could probably pick 1 or 2 and really start playing with it. You could start writing things that you've talked about, that we've talked about today. Be mindful of using your sensory details, okay? You want strong sensory details as we're seeing these things move and we're thinking about sounds. Let's put them on. And we can come back and look at it. Okay, I think that's a good one. That's a great possibility. Okay, how can you add sensory detail to that? Okay, all right. How does it feel? How would you describe it? Think about it now. How would you describe that? Could be. It could be. What does it feel like? It's tingling. Think about that. Okay? Think about how these things feel. it looks like wind, the way you have it. And yeah, again, great sensory details. Oh, I never thought of that. That's a great way to describe it. Good job, good job. And again, let's see these two. So you're doing today what you saw with the windshield wiper one, aren't you? So when you read this, how do you read that for me? Okay, read that. Read the first 2 lines.
The fire red hot, burning bright, grabbing lead to burn in a house comes down with a big crash. The fire crackling, innocent lies within its strong arms.
What do you think about that?
I didn't know I could do that.
You didn't know you could do that? You did that though. That is so good. Okay, why is that strong? Why is that strong?
My dad helped me innocent lives in.
So your dad's a firefighter.
He used to.
Okay, so you're pulling in that with this. Do you see how poetry does that? Okay, so look at sensory details. What are sensory details that you're using here that are strong?
Burning bright.
Okay, and do you know what? There's actually some personification here. Do you know where the personification? Yes. Strong words. Good job. Good job. Keep working. Keep working. Good job. Yes. You like stanzas, don't you? Why do you like stanzas? What is it about stanzas?
It makes it look more like a real poem.
It makes it look like a real poem. But you know what? Everything you've written has looked like a poem. Talk to me about sensory details here.
It's funny in the sky.
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful green covers and a lot of things.
Mm-hmm.
It's great trees.
Oh, excellent. Love your sensory details. Love. Okay. I'm gonna do this. This is really good. Why is that good? What did you do in that poem that you think is just really good?
Because I use a bunch of sensory details.
You used a great number of sensory details. What else did you do?
It rhymes.
It does have rhyme in it. What else? What is your favorite thing? What is your favorite line in it?
Probably this one.
They move until time. That's very good. That's very good. All right. All right, Ella, how are you? Okay. You don't like this one, but you like this one. So talk to me about sensory details in that one. Okay, and so those are, what do you call those sound words? Onomatopoeia. You got it, that's good. Very good. You like, and you,
It goes up and down, sometimes it goes side to side, sometimes it's a small thing, sometimes it's a big thing.
very good. Okay, that's strong. Those are strong sensory details. I like your form as well. Very good. I'll totally work on it. Talk to me about that. What did you do here? What is your poem about? Sound. And you know what? Your poem is about many different types of sound, isn't it? So you took it and you went a whole different direction, didn't you? What's your favorite line in the poem? Okay, read that to me. So you like that idea about the rubbery boots making the squirting sound. I like that you took an idea and you made it your own. Good job. You took an idea and you made it your own. Alright. Okay. Alright guys, I'm gonna give you about 2 more minutes, and if I did not make it around to you today, I will talk with you a little later, okay? So you've just done such an amazing job with your sensory details and these sounds. Isn't that fun? Okay, do you know what? All right, as soon as I read that, do you know what I did? I recognized that. I know that new car smell. I think most people who've ever been in a new car know that new car smell, don't they? So that's a strong sensory detail, isn't it? Tell me something else. Show me another sensory detail that you're really proud of in this poem.
Cars can move really fast.
Okay. Yes, they do, don't they? Great job with this. And you wrote about the windy day there. And I love what you did here by making the word car kind of fall off the page. Very good. Can you show me at some other places where you might want to add more sensory detail? Let's look at this one. I really love this one. Can you think of another place you might want to add more sensory details to this poem? Where can you add more? Just anywhere? But you've got some real strong sentences here. You really like that. You want that to stay. Okay, look at this one. The car's loud now. That's personification, isn't it? So instead of what could you use instead of can you think of any sensory details that you could use there instead of loud? You think what? It's horn, Okay, well what sound does the horn make? Think about it, right? Think about those great sound words. How are we doing, girly? Tell me what you've got going on here. A clock. Sensory details. Personification. What about this line here? So you're writing as if you're the clock. Okay, here, I love this line right here. Read that to me. When people stare at you, does that frighten you sometimes? But if you're a clock, it doesn't seem to bother you. That's really good. I love that. That was very smart. I think you need to keep working with this one. Okay? I think you need to keep working with this one. Yes, ma'am. Okay, all right, okay, very good. And I will look at it in just a little bit, okay? What are you working with? The baseball bat. Oh, is this like an aluminum bat? Is that like an aluminum bat? I don't know anything about baseball, Colin. I'm kind of illiterate that way, I guess. I'm a baseball dummy. So when you say ding, I'm thinking one of those, is it aluminum? Is that what it's made out of?
Some of them.
Some of them?
Well, mine's not.
So, but when
sometimes it sounds like that.
But when you say ding, that's the sound of something hitting the bat? Like what?
The ball.
The ball. Okay, so strong sensory detail. Oh, and if I'd read a little bit farther, you actually said it hits the bat, or the barrel, is that what you said? The barrel of the bat hits the ball. Oh, but here's the thing I like. The sweet sound. Why is a ball hitting a bat a sweet sound to you? What does, when you hear it, what does that mean to you? Why? somebody hits it, or especially if you hit it?
If
Okay, so if you hit it and you make a sound, what does that mean to you?
it's a good hit usually.
It's a good hit usually, which means what? Okay, I don't know much about baseball, but when someone hits the ball and it's a good hit and the ball goes far, what does that mean you do?
Hit a home run, usually.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Or just got a good hit.
Or you just got a good hit, so you're going to have bases, right? Okay, look, go back and think about that when you're adding this. Think about what it means. Do the why and the how, okay? Crack. That's a good one too. All right, guys. Take just a minute. I want you, from just where you're sitting, I want you to pick a great sensory detail rich line that you wrote today and share before we close to get ready for lunch. And you don't have to, but just I want you to share some. You are writing some rich, deep things, and I want you to share them with each other, because when you share them, everybody gets ideas. Jolie, give me one.
Fresh garden flowers.
Fresh garden flowers. Ooh, that's good. Yes.
The ticking noise.
The ticking. Yes, Shelby.
Elegance like a peacock spreading out her feathers.
Could you see that peacock, you know that move that peacocks make when they spread their feathers? Ella?
Crackle pop boom.
Crackle, pop, boom. What is that an example of?
Onomatopoeia.
Onomatopoeia, yes.
Correct. No, I'm talking about
The
that.
hitting the
There.
Carly.
Car's screaming mouth.
The car's screaming mouth. Ooh, okay, Connor.
Bolting through the land.
What now?
Bolting through the land.
Bolting through the land. Meaning you're just running. Is that what you're...
It's about the fire and how it
The
just
fire.
spreads through the forest.
Ooh, very good. Johnson.
The crispy crunch makes sounds in my mouth.
Tell them what you're writing about.
Popcorn.
Popcorn. Okay, that's a food that moves and makes noise, right? All right.
I read about
Okay, Grayson.
We ran hot, burning bright, grabbing wood to burn.
Very good. What do you think Grayson's talking about?
fire.
Fire. Noah.
Hard and lifeless but loud.
Hard and lifeless but loud. Ooh, that's powerful. Damien.
Not here, not there, not anywhere.
Not here, not there, not anywhere. All right, Ella, last time.
Red and orange fill the night.
Red, orange.
Red and orange fill the night.
Red and orange fill the night. Very good. You guys have done a great job with these poems. And so I want you to keep working on them. I will try to spend some time with those I didn't get to later on this afternoon. What we need to do right now. Yes, Trey.
I was raising my hand so you could check out my
Okay, can you pick out one of your sensory details that you want to share?
No, I don't have one.
You don't have one? Okay. All right. Okay. Well, I'll look at yours in just a little bit, okay? All right. So let's get ready for lunch. Let's put these things away. Thank you for your attention today, Carly. Okay. Okay. I'll let you read that before we go to lunch, okay? All right. So we need to go ahead, and I need Grayson's Road to go ahead and start packing for Miss Herco's class, okay? Hold on just a second. Hold on just a second. Yes, you need to go take your medicine. Yes. Yes, you sure did. Very good. All right. Thank you.